How's it going, Taurus community? Now you know who it is. It's Soul Tigress with a wonderful story for who? This wonderful frequency. Now, let me start off first by saying thank you. Thank you for your time and your patience as I'm navigating the story between the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and everything in between. Now, remember that this is a safe and sacred space where we call in the ancestors, guides, angels, as well as divine and universal energy to do what? To bring in all the positive messages received here. Now, this channel right here is all for self-empowerment. It's not love tarot, okay? So what that means is we're going to build the stepping stones here to get more connected with our soul being, to connect to a higher source. So let's go ahead and get started with the vibe, because let me tell you what, I don't like it. I know. I start off like this, and I don't even like when I start off like this, but honestly, this is either the Taurus or it's somebody that they're dealing with. And if it's the Taurus, I'm waggling my finger at you, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, because you getting ready to combust. And I thought it was pretty weird how I put on who? Goku Black today. And if you ever watched Dragon Ball, the whole Dragon Ball Z, GT, and all that good stuff, sagas, then you will know who Goku Black is. So you have two personas right now. A lot of times you showed everyone that good side to you. But there's something here, you're hitting a point, and it's slowly changing you to the other side. So what I have to start off right away is, who is the dark energy here? You or them, because there is a side to someone that has came out or it's about to pop out. It's built up from resentment. Resentment is something you don't want to build up, because when you start to build up resentment towards people and things, those people and things start to irritate you more. Anything that they do is going to irritate you. Even breathing air is going to irritate you from them. So slow your roll real quick. Slow your roll. Let's recognize what's going on for the Taurus in this story. Only you can deem your dreams impossible. Now, facing fears always seems like it's going to be the worst thing in the world when we get ready to face them. We always see the bad side of everything, the losses, the embarrassment, all that stuff, but we never really focus on all the good things that could happen as well after we get done facing our fears. So this is all happening because Taurus energy loves their comfort zone. They love that comfort zone. They could put up with so much just to stay in the comfort zone. So what are you going to do for the Taurus in this story? What are you going to lead with? Because right now, this resentment is getting ready to have you lead with anger. And that's not a good thing. No. So let's think about it. What do you follow? Your heart, logic, money, dreams. It's all up to you, Taurus. Think really hard about what is worth the most wealth to you out of those things. Do you want a secure home that's warm when you go inside? Are you looking just to build the mansion and you don't care what's inside the home when it comes down to emotions, feelings, and like comfort, nurturing environment? Do you want to build up to where your dreams take you somewhere different? I don't know where you find your wealth, Taurus, but just know it's through the way that you lead your life, even if it's in one direction. That one direction is going to cause you to make mistakes. And it's through the mistakes that we find out where we really want to be in life. And it takes years. It takes years. I was talking to the Cancerians the other day about sometimes it takes time for people to find themselves. It takes certain experience. It takes certain relationships. So just be patient. Don't go all Goku Black on them. Don't switch up. Don't switch up and just bring on destruction, because you're going to lose out the most. Just remember that. All right. I'm here to say be open to the flow. And when everything feels the most hectic, that's when you kind of not shut down, but it's like you put that rage in your pocket and you turn on the power of observation and the power of patience. Just take in the environment and then dismiss yourself from it and process on your own. Because a lot of times if there's somebody out there who's picking at you and picking at you, they want you to react. They want to push you to a point. And if this is Taurus picking at somebody, knock it off. Because remember I said, I don't know if this is Taurus and being the mean one here. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get started with the introduction. What is it that needs to come out? Ancestors and spirit guides for the Taurus frequency. What is it? This one's popping out with the coin. With the coin. Here we go. So I have Taurus here. I got this person holding a coin, confused about the coin that they hold and something that they're not seeing. Could be that they're confused on a direct connection that they have, a direct connection that they may have had at one time. This could be person, place, or thing. Or they could be confused at the ideal connections that they really want. Oh, come on, Taurus. I'm going to poke at your soul side a little. Taurus likes tender moments. Tauruses are cuddlers. I'm going to call y'all out. Y'all are a bunch of cuddlers at heart. Taurus loves the intimate, close moments that they can have with somebody. Even having their environment could be workspace, supportive spaces. But here when it comes out in reverse like this is something that Taurus isn't seeing at this moment. So they're confused. They are confused. What else needs to come out? Oh, we got a booklet here. Well, we're being asked to have patience. And maybe taking a step in a direction that we haven't went yet. Oh yeah, here comes that storm warning. Is it going to be having to walk through a little bit of hell? Hell yeah, that's what it's looking like. But this is why I really do feel like this is a warning for Taurus. I really do. Just like for the Cancerians, that story was kind of like a warning at what was coming out, because one of the main things is the person that it concerned in the Cancerian story is they were in their mind about following their views opposed to the Cancerians' views. Now this is a little opposite. Your storm is a little different. Your storm has to do with possibly doing something that you've never done, getting out of that comfort zone. And when you do that, just know it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Why? Why is it going to be crazy? Because some stuff's going to be up and there's going to be some things that may be done. And what I'm hearing is behind the scenes, in the dark, that are going to go against you. Making moves. Somebody else here may be making moves. This may be whoever, whatever situation that it's time to go. It's time to do something different. But that is up to the Taurus. You have to figure out, where do you want to build your wealth? Because on the back burner here, there's a secret side to Taurus, that soft side that wants something more supportive, more intimate, more reliable, more stable. They want to invest in something more. Oh my goodness, I'm hearing one more card. Let's go lucky 7. What is the last lucky 7 here? Actually, you get 8. Let's go for those 8s. You have the universe support. Prosperity is coming. An old phase is ending. That's if you choose. But you may have to weather a storm first. We have hostiles. Some hostiles are going to be up on their head when you bring love into this situation. Oh man. Have you ever sat there, went toe to toe with somebody who was in such a negative way that you didn't react to them with negativity? You reacted with love. You reacted with understanding. You reacted by stepping out of your shoes and a little bit into theirs. And you know what that does to those hostiles, those hostilities, those others? It knocks them on their head. Because they don't know what to do with the person that they can't get to react. They don't know what to do. And I'm thinking that this angel of love is being extra gentle with yourself, embracing your heart, embracing your feelings. Again, embracing where you want to build your wealth. Could it have to do with love? Love for oneself, love for one's career, love for where one is at. Person, place, or thing, Taurus. I don't know, but I have a Taurus here that isn't feeling like they've had a beautiful story. I have a Taurus here who's feeling quite opposite of their story. And like I said, I don't know if this is them getting ready to react or it's somebody else in their environment. And I really feel like this is Taurus. The only time I see another here is with that caring connections. Could I have a Taurus who's been in one pen, so to say, too long, in one pasture, so to say, too long, and they have outgrown this area? Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into the present. What is it for the Taurus frequency that wants to come out for the present? Divine and universal energy. What'd I tell you? Calmate. Calm down. Chill. Breathe. What's that one say? Woosa. There's a time and there's a place to express our anger. That time and that place is not around whoever this individual is. Whoever is causing it, this place, don't do it. I know you want to get combative. I know you want to be heard. And I know you're probably sick and tired of being sick and tired and being stuck between a hard place and a rock. But you can make moves to get there. You can do it out of love. You can do it logically. Do it with your heart. Or you can logically think about it. Or you can get all pissed off and get really mean, combative. Set some bridges on fire, metaphorically. But what does that do to you in the long run? How does that make you look? One thing I like to talk about is when you look back on the situation 5 years from now, if you have that crazy reaction, the King of Wands in reverse kind of reaction, that you're going to take everything and anything out and you're going to knock it all out. You're gonna go find Debo and you're gonna knock him out. Are you gonna be proud of that 5 years from now? Or are you gonna regret it? Think about it. Is it really worth it? Because you got a situation that has pushed you so far. So do you want them to get the last one up on you by getting your reaction? Think really hard about it, Taurus. What else needs to come out? Something we're not seeing. The Death card in reverse. Trying to stop the inevitable. I think I told you this last time. Karmic stuff does not get any better. It just gets worse. This is why you're feeling how you're feeling. You're trying to prevent the inevitable. There's something here that has probably ran its face. I have the Temperance. Something, someone, 9 of Pentacles. What I get is you're confused. You're confused on what to hang on to, what to let go. It could be that having this transformation could really make you feel like you have less around you. That is a personal battle with your frequency, Taurus. Think about it. What are you? The second house? What is that? Identification with substance. How you identify yourself through these things around you, in a sense, through your outer experiences. And right here, could be the very thing that's holding you up. You don't want to go back and start all over again. You don't want to take the Fool's journey. AKA the leap of faith. What else needs to come out? So you guys are a good match. You guys are a great combative match. Eye for an eye. 2 for 2. Yeah, you're right. You are so right, Taurus. You and this situation are a great match. You guys meet each other on a lot of different levels. But for some reason, it's the level that keeps you up on your head when it comes to close connections, and if you have a supportive relationship around you with the people and places that you're intimate with, the people and places that you're close with. Because if y'all was flipped the other way, if y'all was on the other side of coin, this is the way y'all be popping up with this situation. But it all popped out like this. Yeah, y'all match each other like this. Y'all match each other. Y'all do. But I have a feeling. Deep down Taurus doesn't like this match like this. And they don't know what to do. They don't know how to follow a guidance. They don't know how to believe in something different. I think this is a good time to insert this, is figure out where you want your wealth, Taurus. I'll give you a shortcut to this story right here. Figure out where you want your wealth. If you like everything that's stacked around you and you're not going to believe in that leap of faith kind of thing, then drop it. Drop it. This is where you at. This is where you want to be at. Then drop it. Save yourself the headache and just drop it. Know that you and this person are just wonderfully combative together, and y'all just match each other. Tit for tat. Eye for eye. And call it a day. Oh, but you can't, can you? Do you know why you can't? Because there's something higher up here. This is why with this channel, I bring in that we are communicating with the ancestors, the angels, with the guides, with divine, and with universal energy, because we shut ourselves off to it so much by the things that we surround ourselves with. And we get lost. We get lost in different things. It's being brought out because they're trying to give you a wake-up call. This emotions that you're feeling left and right is higher energy trying to give you a wake-up call. But you are really deep up in this sauce, Taurus. Deep up in this sauce. Have a Page of Swords. Whoever this queen is, she's your hostile here. Yeah, why do I say that? Because she's up on that money, that Nine of Pentacles. She's got this child in reverse energy. So very mentally manipulative. I have this Three of Swords that lands out on the hostile. What I'm hearing is this person's very acidic with their tongue. Very acidic with the tongue. Very unfair too. Whatever this is very unfair for you. This is very unfair for them. But y'all don't know better. Y'all don't know better. This situation doesn't know better. This could be person, place, or thing, because you can get jobs that will function the same way, in a toxic way, and it's because people sit there and put up with it. They think that that's the only thing that they can get, and they won't move. So it keeps this going in circles. Someone's confused about communication. Somebody is confused about what they can bring in, what to hold on to, and yeah, communication, because here comes the Lovers. Could be directly scared on how to talk to this other. Let's go ahead and get a clarification card for the Magician, because the Magician, it depends on how I'm interpreting it. So before, I know a long time ago, I had a Taurus who was kind of down in the dumps in a story, and they forgot the tools that they had gained along the way on their life's journey, and they weren't using them anymore. But sometimes you get a magician and there's somebody who's so manipulative, somebody who's so narcissistic, psychopath kind of stuff, that they come out as like a black magician. So right now I have a confused magician energy. But Magician, Mercury, Lovers, Mercury, communication. Four of Pentacles, overspending, or trying to hang on to what you got and not overinvest in something. Being very cautious when you make your investments. So let's see, can I get a clarity card for the Magician? What is the clarity card for the Magician? Oh, that's a lot. This goes a lot onto this other and how they're not fair. Look at that. I have the Death card. I have the Three of Swords again and the Page of Swords in reverse again, clarifying. So this Magician is gonna be the Dark Magician. This is somebody who, what I get is the reminder of a vision that I had when I was walking. I was walking down the street one day, this was last week, and I could feel that I was walking on my own energetically, and that there was two timelines beside me. It was like I was on my own timeline, but there were two timelines that were beside me, each one pulling at my energy on which way to go. And I'm wondering if this is for Taurus here, that they're on this timeline, but they do have a choice to go off into one timeline or another kind of sense. It depends on what Taurus is going to do, or if they stay where they're at now. We can switch timelines, I would say, is by the decisions that we make, whether conscious or subconscious decisions, if we follow our intuition or if we don't, because we can miss opportunities that will change our life. So let's read. The clarification was the Death card. Signifies either the metaphorical person rebirth followed by a great change in your life, or the literal death of someone you know. Renewal, personal growth through honest self-examination. End of an era, the past behind you, fear of the unknown, of change, and being out of control. Focus on the essentials of life. Simplify. Simplify. Okay. Three of Swords in reverse. Someone protects your feelings instead of telling you the truth. One person in your relationship will be tempted to betray the other. Flaws in the relationship are overlooked because the positive aspects are worth keeping. What are your positive aspects? Those things around you. Content and happy with the relationship, you see no need to change anything. And then this Page of Swords in reverse signifies a person under 30, unpredictable and difficult to understand, a quitter, an imposter, not as happy as they appear. They will be exposed, exaggerates and tells lies, pretends to like people, then talks behind their back. Do not trust this person. You're dealing with an adult that acts like a little high schooler. A situation that is like high school all over again. And they're not fair. They want you to do more. They want more. Give me your wealth. Give me your wealth. More. That's what they're saying. It reminds me of the picture. What were they depicting? I can't remember. This was a spiritual kind of thing on a spiritual channel or something. I seen this years ago. And it was depicting like the evolution of the human species through gluttony, in a sense. And it says that we became these beings with bottomless stomachs and gaping mouths, always just wanting more and more and more and never satisfied. And this is here like that. I don't feel like there's a loss of somebody directly, like they're going to the other side, because the death came in reverse and then upright. I feel like this is definitely, you're supposed to have a transformation through this relationship. A lot of like what I was telling Cancerian. Cancerian was going through the shadow side as of last cycle of stories. And we had Gemini getting ready to face the shadow side. So you're probably getting ready to face your shadow side if it's really working up the ladder like that, or going backwards, however you want to put it. But this right here is a transformation through a relationship. This person, this situation, this thing that you hold so dearly is meant to change you. That's if you accept it. That's if you're open to exploring what you deserve. That's all up to you for the Taurus in this story. This could be person, place, or thing. Person could be family member, partner, co-worker, friend. But the reason why it hurts so much and there feels like there's so much at stake is because that is what a rebirth is. You're shedding everything that once was to step into this newer, more grown version of yourself where you learned the lesson from before. You leveled up in a sense. Don't you like leveling up? Who likes playing games here? Don't you like getting past the levels and going further? Yes, you don't like staying stuck on that one level for months, do you? No. It's kind of like even with work, you like to see progress instead of coming back to the same thing. Or even if you have a day off, coming back and nobody's done anything and now you're more behind. This is what the situation is kind of bringing the energy of. So let's go ahead and dive into the block. I don't know. Taurus, is totally up to you, but for some reason, it's the thoughts, it's the mind. Because definitely dreams within dreams tarot, I always say for my air signs, this is definitely an airier kind of energy of a tarot deck. So right here, I think it's the thoughts that has the Taurus's Achilles tendon. But let's go ahead and see. So what is it, angels of protection, that needs to come out for the Taurus's block? What is it for the block that needs to come out? Look at that. Ooh. It's a hard talk. It's a hard talk that needs to happen between two people about what they really want. What they really want. You're going to have one person who's going to want one thing. You're going to have another situation person who's going to want another. Do you want to look back and say, I missed an opportunity? Do you want to look back and say, I held something back? King of Swords, look at that. Stuck in the one way of thinking. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me ask you this. Do you like it? For the Taurus in this story, do you like the headaches? Do you like the arguments? Do you like the confrontation? Because I'm seeing a lot of that here in whatever this situation is. It could be a lot of stuff that is driven with the words. And that's not great energy. But it has you reacting in not such a great way either. It doesn't have you conducting yourself on a higher sense, because you coming in as the King of Swords in reverse. Like I said, you're ready to go Goku Black. And as I say that, look at that. What is this over? What is that you keep looking upon? A truth. A truth that you're feeling deep within. Especially when you're sitting off by yourself. There's something here that you keep reflecting on. It could be the thing that's keeping you up in a sense at night. It could be the thing that's making you feel like you are not fulfilled. Something that makes you feel like it's always out of your reach. Oh my God. Look at that. Out of your reach. I have a Four of Cups come out. I underestimated you, Taurus. It's a little bit more emotional driven than I was going to give credit for. Secluded. Secluded, not wanting to be truthful with yourself. Not wanting to open your eyes to what's happening. Look at that. At the end of the day, you only feel like you have yourself in this, whatever this endeavor is, because remember what came out in reverse. And the Eight of Coins here. Yeah. Maybe you feel like for the Taurus in this story that you've invested so much into this other connection that was the past, the situation, person, place, or thing. I invested so much. I tried to come in. I tried to come in with it all. I tried to make sure I was prepared the best. I tried to make sure I was investing in the way that I was wanting to go towards. But in a sense, I think this other way is just they're so occupied with something else. In a sense, that's just what I'm getting. They are occupied. Remember, they're occupied by wanting more, more, more. That's their goal. What else needs to come out? I'm hearing, hold on, let me ask a specific question. I usually don't do this, but it's pulling at me. It's pulling at me. Let's see if we'll get a clear answer for this. I don't know, it's a little questionable. Let's see. What is it, ancestors? What is it that we can find out? What is occupying this person? This situation? What is the primary thing that occupies this situation Taurus is dealing with? They land on that Magician. What we don't see is how they want to stop any movement. You don't see how they want to stop the movement. They're occupied, but they're only occupied to a sense. They can put down whatever they have enough to realize when Taurus is kind of pulling themselves away. And then here they come back. Hey, Taurus, come back. Taurus, over here. Come here, Taurus. Come here, Taurus. And it could be love bombing. I picked up when I was doing some this morning to get kind of the vibe in the air. I really picked up that there is some love bombing that happens. That was in the air. So that could be them love bombing you all of a sudden. It was definitely a narcissist card that kept coming up. So we'll see if that comes up here. But what is the clarification for the Eight of Cups? Here comes that Magician again. Look at that. What did they land on? Oh, they don't want you to have a moment to yourself. This person could be pushing the sauce onto the Taurus as well. Just to kind of keep them preoccupied. That's what I'm getting there. Because I have this magician who has all the tools, and this magician has their cup out. And I notice how it's over this 5 of Cups. The Taurus looking into that hermit energy, into their inner truths, into the guiding messages, wanting to fill out what's happening. And I just feel like this person keeps filling your emotional cups with something. I don't know what it is, but if it's something funky, you need to get up in that kitchen and you need to be nosy. You need to be volunteering to help out with everything and anything. Just to keep an eye on stuff. Just to keep an eye on stuff, because I don't know, I like to watch different kind of stories, different things, and it's just like, you would be amazed the lengths that people will go through to try and manipulate, to try and coerce, to get somebody to do something so that they can have their way. What is that, what was that one girl who went to jail and whose mother had her sick for years? And then she went, the mom, and she got in trouble, but she was tired of being sick. She was tired of her mother poisoning her. So, if there's something, I would say for Taurus, you know, this person situation comes in acting crazy, and then all of a sudden there's a peace offering. There's something that they're doing for you. It's something weird. I would be on the guard. I would be on the guard to the love bombing stuff that's happening, because that's what I'm feeling like. However it's being used in whichever direction, that's what they're doing to keep this Taurus where it's at in its comfort zone. That's what I'm seeing there. Let's go ahead and pull a few more cards for the present. You got to speak up. You got to speak up. Clear communication, confidence in how you're feeling and how you're speaking. You know what another thing is too, I'll take a quick detour, is I had a situation with one of my offsprings, and it was a doozy of a situation with this one. I love her so much, but man, and I was telling somebody the other day that I really felt like this child of mine was acting out to teach me how to stand stronger in how I feel. That was my transformation through that relationship. This could be something like that, where this person is gonna have to make you face either you believe them or you believe yourself more. But going against believing yourself has you wanting to act cray-cray. Just gonna put that out there like that. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's see, what is this? That was weird how that fell out. We have the Ace of Wands. Now this is one of two things here. Yeah, it is the other one. You're afraid of this person. What? I know I said it, Taurus. You are afraid of this person and what they are capable of. You're afraid that whatever they're going to do to react to whatever you do, somehow it's going to be devastating. And I hear to the career. Devastating to the career, to your charisma, to your creative energy, to even the very foundations that you were building when you were adding to things in your internal home, reconstructing. Last card. And we have that 4 of coins coming out for your block now in reverse, landing on the 4 of coins. I can't make that up. This is up to you, Taurus. I'm hearing that song, Let It Go. Let it go. But I know for a Taurus, that is very hard. Like, this makes me want to cry because I can feel, like, literally how Taurus is being pulled in two different ways. Yes, this, I lightly talk about it by calling it your comfort zone, but this is literally your home. Whether it's person, place, or thing, this is where you've established something here, and you was hoping something with this would turn out very different, and it's not. And everything inside of you, in a sense, is telling you one thing, and then your mind is telling you another. And then your friends could be telling you another. Your parents, your close, your mentors could be telling you something else. And at the end of the day, you don't know what to do. That could be who these other cups are. You don't know who to believe. You don't know who's actually not helping, who's helping, how to feel. Look at that. This is some feminine energy all up in this right here. We got that moon there. How can you bring acceptance, compassion, mercy, and kindness into these other cups? When you look into this one, your cup, the one that you've been fulfilling, the one that's either filled, overfilled, empty, you gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. And it comes when you're off on your own. Oh, you gotta know if you're dealing with a narcissist energy, psychopaths, sociopaths. This is why this is all for entertainment purposes. That you will never be right. You will always be the problem. And when you have a problem, that's your problem. Because that's their way of thinking. But you got to be real with yourself. Are you the problem? Are you part of the problem? Are you the whole problem? Or are you the one who's been trying to do it all on your own? Where has been your position in all of this? And then you need to believe yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. Because this person who isn't is what's knocking you down. So if they can't fulfill that part, you need to fulfill that part. Then if you do that, then what do you need them around for? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a single person here. Very independent. I don't know. What I could tell you is, from my perspective and being single for so long versus being in a relationship, is I learned how to fulfill myself instead of looking for somebody else to fulfill me. And the whole thing is Taurus, are you sitting here with a toxic situation asking it to fulfill you, but it can't even fulfill itself? Like, it's not going to work. I don't know. I can throw examples out there, but I don't know. But what I can tell you is if nothing has changed and it's been the same thing year in and year out, you have to really figure out where you want to build your wealth. You have to. And if you want to do something else, be prepared. It's a storm. But what do we do when there's a storm? We close our windows. We close our doors. We put on the proper clothes. We wait till the storm's over. Then we go out. We don't go out shaking our fists to the storm. Unless you're like Florida man out there with the flag rocking it out. But I don't know. This is all on the Taurus's free will here. So let's get started with the conclusion. So definitely I got the cosmic belief Oracle. Now, this is where I was picking up some weird stuff earlier this morning. Now, I have my little biasness towards this deck being the conclusion deck, but I have to honor my guidance. And when I'm being asked to use certain ones to help explain the story. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So, divine and universal energy, thank you so much for your patience as we're navigating this story. What are the positive messages here that you have for Taurus for the conclusion? This was one of them. Taurus, I know you're tempted, but don't do it. Don't do it in front of people, officials. You don't got to do it anymore. We don't have to lie about things. We don't have to lie and say that you're happy when you're really not. Maybe it's all this lying and sneaking around trying to fulfill what you thought this person wasn't bringing to you that got you so caught up in this situation. Because this line comes out onto this contract. Both in reverse. Who's lying here? Are you lying to them? Are you lying to yourself? And that's what's making you more upset? You gotta bring some truth in. I think I said before, the truth will set you free, Taurus. And I repeat, the truth will set you free. Yeah, it's gonna bring on a storm. People don't like the truth. The truth hurts. But do you know how hard it is to maintain a lie? You know the work it takes to maintain a lie? Ooh, it's not worth it. Not worth it. This was the other one. Remember I was mentioning? Yep. This person's very off balance. This person is very off balance. They're really into themselves. Like I said, they don't want you to walk away. They want more. I get that this narcissist is very time consuming. This is the narcissist who's like the micromanager. Doesn't give you any space, who's always looking over your shoulder. Anything that you're doing positive or you're getting some kind of light, they're gonna kind of like, no. And they're gonna try and stop any kind of adoration coming in for you from others kind of thing. They don't want people to adore on you. They don't want people to build you up. This person sees that if you're not built up, then you're not gonna go anywhere. This was on a Family Guy episode. I've dealt with this with my last ex, and it was actually a Family Guy episode who made me understand it. And Peter was treating his wife so badly. And she finally got tired of it. I'm like totally messing up on her name right now. I remember Meg. I remember Brian. But I can't remember the wife's name right now. Anyways, and so she ends up leaving him. And finally, like through the whole story, he comes to terms with what's going on. And he admits to her, I was treating you like crap because I didn't want you to leave me. You have people who will disempower other people through their words so that that person feels like that they can get nothing better outside of them. Businesses will do this. Did you hear that noise? That was kind of weird how that fell, but yeah. Be careful. I say go find that Family Guy episode. It might resonate with you. But yeah, this person, they don't want get you to go out of this comfort zone. I can see why the angel of love is here. Oh, shoot. This person got you tapped. They got you tapped. They have like a laptop. They could be accessing some kind of cameras off of their laptop that they have set up. That's what I'm getting with that one. Could be something with the phone as well. There's a lot of weird things you could do with the phone. I just seen that if you send a link to somebody, that it will send, if they click on it, it will send you their IP address and like where they're at. So just FYI, I didn't know that, but any numbers, any sussy stuff that's sending you links trying to ask if this is your profile or you like this or like that, just don't click on them. Don't. Just say, hey, I didn't get that link. Go ahead and just send me a screenshot instead. Because they are... if they could be up your butt, and I hate to say that, but literally they want to be that far up in your business. If they could be up your ass, they would. It's kind of like they don't have a life outside of seeing what you're doing and trying to make sure that they can control you. I mean, you can get businesses like that. Now I was going to be curious if this comes out. Sexuality. Someone is still figuring themselves out. This came out for the Cancerian energy. Someone could be here on the DL. Someone, and I'm seeing a big so hold on, let me back it up. Let me see what's coming in. What I'm getting is the example of when you've gone through something so rough with a certain individual, with a certain place, that eventually it starts to make you question what you actually like. Am I actually wanting to be here? Is this actually the job that I want to do anymore? Am I actually attracted to this type kind of thing? That's what I'm getting with that. And I think this is also what's holding back this Taurus. Like, they don't know what to do. This person is making them feel a lot of different types of ways here. I think the reason why this is all coming out, Taurus, is this is to confirm stuff that you've been feeling. That's what I'm getting here, is that you've been so blocked off and you're not even understanding why you're even questioning a lot of things that are at the core. And just know that it could be due to a narcissistic energy. It really can, that they've pulled you apart so much and they've got this some kind of sense where you're dependent on this type of relationship now too. And that's kind of scary there. That is kind of scary. Oh. Yeah, this talks about the challenges here. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. I think that's going to clear up your sexuality, what you're questioning there, what you like, what you don't like. Is when you get space from this person, whatever this person's doing, however they're coming at you, this is what's kind of grooming your thoughts into messing with you, into questioning what you're doing. I mean, you could have somebody here, here's another example, who's totally straight, but they're just so comfortable in their sexuality that they can go and do things that other people who are not comfortable with their sexuality would question another. An example I can give is a man who's totally straight, who just enjoys the creativity, that drag queens but do bring in. But he's able to go and he can talk with them and he doesn't mind, opposed to a man who's not comfortable with his sexuality. So he is totally, like anti-LGBTQT community. Excuse me if I mess up on that. And I know that community knows what I'm talking about because they run into a lot of insecure individuals who will project their insecurities onto others. So this direct challenge that you're being faced with now is because of maybe something that you've been told over and over, or, this narcissist keeps coming in and just trying to mess with your head. So definitely reflect on that. Reflect on how you really feel. What else needs to come out? This was at the bottom of the deck. I think this is one of the biggest messages here for Taurus, and it's your last message through these cards. Move on. It says someone is unavailable. A waste of time. It's over. I already told y'all a karmic situation doesn't get better. It doesn't. It's called a karmic situation for a reason. It's meant to teach you more about yourselves. Our karmic situations come through different areas of our lives at different times because we're not always ready to face them. Even though we're ready for the rewards as if we face them. But let me level with you here, Taurus. Let me tell you about an experience that I had. I love Taurus energy. I had an ex who was a very beautiful Taurus. Beautiful Taurus, evolved Taurus, even for their age. And then I had another ex who was an unevolved Taurus. But that was one of my narcissists. And that narcissist, no matter how much I tried to do better by them, come in with more, try to love them harder, didn't work. And I can think about that even with work situations with the micromanagers and never being able to do anything right because they have to have it all their way when life isn't like that. But when I gave myself finally permission to let go and move on, it sucked. It sucked. It was a storm afterwards. But I got met with challenges that would help me. Even we meet people that we don't have direct relationships with us, but they can bring in a narcissistic energy. I had a Taurus do this to me too. Brought in a heavy narcissistic energy, and all they left me knowing is that they just wanted sex. And I do not have a body that I just give away. I worked very hard on my body. And this person, because of the way they would come in towards me, would leave me confused and it would disempower me. And they never really had to say anything. They just kind of had to show up in a sense. Kind of like how my ex stalked me for 5 years after we broke up. But this is a lot of the tactics of narcissists, is to keep somebody confused. Once I got out of the confusion with my ex and then this last Taurus who was kind of like, oh, he didn't know what he wanted himself. But once I started to challenge the confusion, started to work through it, then I got met with a stage in life that was learning how to assess everything that I deserve instead of always worrying on my shoulder everything that I don't deserve. So we will wear that saying that I don't deserve this, I'm not able to have that, whether it's close connections, a happy home, a great career. We'll close ourselves off due to experiences with others, saying that it's not out there for us, that life's just out to get us. Life is just what it is. No, when you heal, you challenge those ways of thinking. So your challenge here is to figure out where you want to build your wealth. You can build your wealth with somebody always looking over your shoulder. Tells me there isn't a lot of trust. There's a lot of lying going on. You're trying to force something that's actually supposed to bring in a bigger lesson, and you can stay in that. You can stay in what you're dealing with right now, or you can accept the flow of life and accept that this is a challenge meant for you to conquer. Conquer by how? Out of love, with patience, giving yourself permission to walk away, weather the storm. Because you have a certain truth that you want to offer yourself. There's a certain truth that you want to believe in, and you're going to make it possible. It's all up to you. That's all up to you when you focus on what you want to do. But if you choose to go with this challenge, stand in your place of power. Practice saying what you deserve. Practice feeling what you deserve, especially when it comes to confronting the situation with when you move on. All right. So, Taurus community, that is gonna do it. Whee! Oh my goodness. Best of luck. Know that the universe loves you, and that you are not given too much. The universe believes in you. Divine believes in you. Your angels, your ancestors, and your guides believe in you. And they know that you can get through this. This is why it's been presented. They just want to see you emerge from this a better version of yourself, okay? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming in with all these positive messages. And I hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day, Taurus.